brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Rams and the Saints, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player of the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, I think he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down. Now it's Jackson. He'll get this one complete there to Pittman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw here hauled in by Cup. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here first and goal. They'll run with Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it's up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Well, you know, he hated taking the loss there on third down. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a glance at the man under center at 6'5". He always demands attention.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
Panther Street! Panther Street!
Running right, here's Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And this one is right through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand. And a really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole
bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, you know, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
16 yards is the pickup there at a 1st down for L.A.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, Cook. Powers by it, taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 6-yard line.
48 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3.
So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
They'll run here with Akers.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. Well,
touchdown, Rams! Michael Pittman from 6 yards away. And the Rams have taken the lead.
Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The 20. And finally down it goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll get 34 yards there.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Here's Walker. Into the end zone, touchdown, New Orleans. Ken Walker taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And Kupp going to pick up a Rams 1st down as the tackle made up near the 35.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball
until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Out of the gun, a give to Evans. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple. Down to the 15-yard line.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
He'll flip this out to Evans. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Running here is Taysom Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taysom Hill, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have taken the lead. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it 6 points on the board. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 8. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player. Maybe.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Brian Burns in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And we'll see what he can do on the return. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. On play action, they'll throw. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now Jackson on second down. The toss here completed to Pittman. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And going right back to Pittman. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On second down, here's Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And Jackson throwing once more. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. Incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Short throw, it's Higbee. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And now they're in the hurry-up. Again, Jackson. That'll be caught by Cup. And Cup going to pick up a Rams first down as he's down inside the 15. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They'll throw now on the final play. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Green Bay Packers. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final adjustments as we speak. Which of these 2 teams is going to advance to the NFC title game next Sunday? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon Gaud.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. That is caught. He's across midfield. Down the left sideline. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. And big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Up the middle, here's Walker. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald. 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And a catch right side by Evans. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Saints continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk the line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now Cook running right, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Jeremy Chin there defensively.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Running right, here's Walker. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And going right back to Walker.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kenneth Walker. His second touchdown of the night as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. But we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
13. You.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. They go play action with Jackson. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Cook up the gut. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball.
He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home is a big deal, but now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour roll in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw is Hayner. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Hayner. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown! Marquise Brown, 23 yards for a touchdown. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class is starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Moody good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Jackson. Short throw, it's Higbee. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Rams on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at third and a few inches. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 10. And the Rams first down.
Jackson on first down. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Jackson's throw here hauled in by Cup. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And the Rams are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. But with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
This is caught. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play, and that'll set up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Jackson will throw again. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Big. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They try to set up the bubble screen here. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards the pickup there. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And he will be out of bounds with a first down as they will have a first and goal on the other side of the 2-minute warning. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. Well, they went with a fullback dive that time.
And, Brandon, when I was a kid, the fullback carried the ball equally as much as the running back, then known as the halfback. Nowadays, the fullback's job is to block. Put him out in front and let him clear a path.
They still have a couple more chances here from the one. And they'll barrel this way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Kene Nwangu taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The football going back to the Rams now. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And Jackson throwing once more. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One last shot for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And the Saints season will march on as we say thanks for watching and so long.